What's going on, Eastgate World? It's your boy, Logan, coming at you with the 500-mile review of the Lycan. And I've only had this board, I think, for close to 2 months, and I've already put 500 miles on it, mainly because I love it. And the reason I bought it was because I had an onboard W1, and I ended up doing a deck swap on it to a Lycan switchblade, and so therefore I call it the electric switchblade. But I knew that that board was never going to be the end of my e-skate. I needed more. I should have bought more right off the rip, to be honest with you. And so I reached out to buy the Lycan, and the TRX has definitely performed. It is not a letdown in any way, shape, or form. There are some things about it that I dislike, but we'll get to that. The first thing I wanted to talk about is the range. And the range advertised, I think they say it's like 25 miles. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's somewhere up there. And I personally have never hit 25 miles. The farthest I've ever got is 23, and that was with mixed riding. I am kind of a fatty. I weigh 190, and maybe I could squeeze out more if I lost some weight. I don't know. But I generally stay at the higher end of the speed spectrum on the board. Somewhere between like 20 and 25 is a very calm ride for me personally. But if you stayed around 15, you could get a lot of miles. And a lot of people do ride like that. Just not me. No way. It's 20 plus all day, every day. Leading into the next topic, which is speed, the top speed of the board, I have to say, is 28 miles an hour. That is achievable all through the battery spectrum, all through the battery life. I have hit 31, maybe 31, 32, 30 for sure. But I was going downhill. I was tucking. It was more like using the world around me to help me gain that speed. And I would have liked to seen the board hit 32 because it definitely has the power. It's rocking a 12S 3P of 2100 cells, 21700 cells, and I know that there's more power in the board because I can hear the motors, I guess, cutting out, like not giving me more power. And I really do think that I'm going to put a motor pulley on the board, maybe like a 20 tooth versus a 16 tooth, because I definitely want to go into the 30s. I don't know what that's going to do to my range, but I really want the faster speed, and I'll give up a little bit of range and a little bit of torque because the board has gobs of torque. This thing will throw you off if you do not know what you're doing. It took me about 2 weeks of riding it to really get used to that initial launch off the line. But once I got that, man, it was just super fun to like go around a turn and blast it. And it takes it, man. It takes it all. Really good to carve on as well. It's got double kingpin trucks on it, and I'll be honest with you, it came with them pretty tight, and I loosened the front one a whole turn on each, and I do plan to loosen it up just a little bit more, but the board has been super stable. I think the combination of carbon fiber and double kingpin trucks really is a good mix. Probably going to replace the bushings in it though. The ones that are in there are like standard black ones that are pretty stiff, not really reactive. I like orangutan nipples and knuckles. I'll probably do a mix of medium and hard, like I've always talked about. Also, it has cloud wheels on it right now, and I really want to put AT tires on it. And I've spoken with Lycan about putting AT tires on it, and they keep telling me, just wait till we release them, just wait till we release them. And I'm just impatient with that. I bought the board one of the reasons I got it was because of AT tires, and like they are just slow balling it to the max. But you know, I'll be patient with it and just remember that in the future, I guess. I don't know. But the cloud wheels are great. I ride those all the time, and as far as like going back to a urethane, I don't see me doing that anytime soon. For sure. I don't. Maybe the Torque Board 110s that are like gigantuan, that are on the Demon 2.0. Those are really good wheels, and those might be the only ones. The roads around where I live are just too mixed to they're too mixed to ride urethane. I don't want to die. But those cloud wheels, man, I'm a believer in them. I know people are on the fence one way or the other, but I 100% go with them things. 120 millimeter. And they even got my wife riding more because of how they make that street feel. Whether it be rough roads, smooth tarmac, you know, kind of bumpy. I go over the crappiest old roads all the time with those things. And they're fantastic. And the deck of the board is my last thing. Full carbon fiber. I have talked to other people with the board that like it as well. They say it's rated for like 400 and something pounds, but I don't know about that. I wouldn't put it on there. But it definitely holds me and no problems whatsoever. I did sticker bomb it. You can see it right there. Right there. Yep. And that was a fun process. It's not going to last forever. I did put Mod Podge over it as well, and that's held it a lot. But like where I put my feet and stuff, it's definitely peeled off. And I do plan to take it off. I plan to take it off and put a real vinyl wrap on it. And I'm going to take the middle piece off that says Lycan on it, because I'm not a spokesperson for them. But I'm going to put a different one on there. It's going to have a T-Rex on it. That's coming soon. I'm actually going to order that today because it's my birthday. But yeah, for sure. Most definitely for sure going to put the vinyl on that thing. But the sticker bomb looks great. Every time I ride it and every time I see it on film afterwards, I'm just like, man, that turned out so great. But now on to the negatives. The first negative, and the biggest one actually, is the charge time. And I couldn't believe that it takes 5 hours to charge this board. And I might be nitpicking here, I don't know, but it comes with a 2.5 amp charger. And I'm just like, yeah, you get 20 miles of range, but dude, I'm trying to like get 20 miles charged for 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and then go back out trying to get that double ride in. And it's annoying. And I've definitely thought about trying to like splice a bigger charger on it and things like that. I don't know if that would even work, but I know 5 hours to charge that board is too long. There's no fast charger on Lycan's website. There's no talks of it or nothing. Like, that's definitely an issue, man. 5 hours for this thing to fully charge, and it's rough. But I mean, like I said, I could be nitpicking with that, but that's just my opinion. Another con is there's still no AT wheels. When I bought the board, I thought that they were going to be right around the corner, but it turns out they're not coming till 2021, and I don't even know if that's going to happen. I don't even know the price of them. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. But we will definitely see, and I cannot wait for them because there are places for me to go off-road, and the cloud wheels just, they're way more, they're like the best street wheel you can get and not off-road. I mean, light off-roading for sure. And the other thing is, I want more speed. I really thought the board was going to be able to reach out there and touch that 30 miles an hour. And the power is there. The power is there, but the board is limited, and there's like a cutoff in there. And so I'm going to change out the pulleys to get more speed out of it, to try to get it to satisfy me more. But the end result of this board is that it's really good. Not gonna lie. I paid $1,020 for it, I think. Maybe $1,019. And it shipped to me in 10 days. 10 days. Anybody who's ever bought an e-board will appreciate that because they know what it's like to wait 30, 40 days to get your board. And that's ridiculous, man. We should never put up with that. Coming from China or not, I don't know how you solve that problem, but that's ridiculous to wait that long for a board. And it definitely matched all the claims. You know, it's a great board, I'm not gonna lie. I have some varying opinions on some topics with it, but all in all, I would recommend it to people, especially someone looking to like dip their toe into the premium side of things. I would definitely tell people, bypass that budget board, save up a little bit more, and get a Lycan. Right? Most definitely, 100%. But at the end of it all, this board didn't satisfy all of my needs, I guess. And I am going to do that DIY. And we're definitely going to see how it compares, I guess. But that's a talk for another day. And I'm still planning it out, to be honest with you. Talking to a few people, trying to get my ducks in a row with it. And it's definitely going to cost more than this one, that's for sure. But, hey, stay tuned. And we're definitely going to see how it goes. Hope y'all have a wonderful day. Get out there and ride something. Y'all be good.